What's going on, everybody? It's Wesley Krombel with Real Estate with Wes, bringing you episode 18. Let's get right into it. Starting off this week's episode, it is the first full week of March. That is right, we are almost in springtime. Before you know it, the flowers are going to be blooming, things are going to be more green, and the days will be longer with light. So, here are 5 things that I've put together as suggestions for the best exterior home improvements. Number 1, white stone in and around the garden area. I really love this look. It makes a home look just fantastic, and it really contrasts the colors you have between the color of your home and the rest of the landscape. Now, if you're looking to save a few dollars, or maybe the white stone is not the best look for you, mulch is definitely an alternative option, but just some fresh mulch. Some towns even will offer fresh mulch and free mulch to people from that town. So check that out. It looks awesome, and you're going to look like a professional landscaper. Number 2, trim your bushes, shrubs, and hedges. Also really simple, but makes a huge difference, especially if it's been a few years since you've done them. You'd be surprised how much they have grown. We don't even notice it. Just think of it as a haircut. I mean, we all look better with a haircut, right? Number 3, paint your front door. This is a fun weekend project. It doesn't involve a lot of paint. I know we all have different doors and sizes, but it will really make the front of your house pop, especially if you get an awesome color that contrasts and compares well with the rest of your color of the home. This is also a great way for when people come, it's the first thing they see. They walk up to the front door and boom. So give them that extra touch and nice feel of a luxurious home. Number 4, power wash your home and or roof. Now, once again, decides on the exact style of siding you have, but in many cases, a simple power wash will change practically the color of your home depending how long it's been. Now, if you have a roof and it's growing some moss and fungus on it, totally normal and totally fine, but you want to keep up with that and make sure it's maintained, that there's not moisture getting up underneath the shingles. And once again, your home is just going to look that much more new to people that are driving by and coming over. And number 5, my final exterior home improvement tip, accent lighting. This is something that is really easy to do and yet can make your home look like it is twice the value that it already is. If you get it at the right angles and at the right portions of the house, it looks symmetrical. Really, it can make your house pop and stand out on your street. Moving on to this week's highest price, we're looking at a home in Darien, Connecticut. This home is practically out of a movie. This is a sensational Mediterranean colonial with 5 beds, 5 full bath, 1 half bath, over 10,000 total square feet on 4.3 acres of luxurious grounds. Marble countertops, a chef's kitchen, central air, even your very own indoor courtyard that resembles an Italian city square with its rich Mediterranean character. The view of Gorham's Pond offers you a never-ending view of serenity. This may just be my favorite home that I have ever highlighted on Real Estate with Wes to date. This home could have been yours for the right price of $4.5 million. Moving on to this week's real estate news, we have some pretty big updates this week. I want to report to you that, as many of you know, we do have a very large stimulus relief COVID bill going through Congress that is around $1.9 trillion. Now, as of right now, it is still being negotiated, but it seems likely that something will get passed. So how does this affect the real estate market? Well, here's how. At $1.9 trillion, that is a good amount of money for anyone. So what happens is more treasuries will have to be issued in order to collect taxes and money and other ways of bringing in money to the government to pay for this bill. Now, what that eventually does is it's a trickle-down effect to the interest rates. Now, although I think interest rates will be trickling up throughout the year, no one exactly knows what they will do and when it will happen, but I think it's safe to assume that for the at least remainder of the year, the rates will be very, very good and very strong for buyers out there. Remember, we were at historically low numbers already. So going up a little bit isn't really that bad of news compared to the general scale of where the interest rates have been and where they are currently. So just putting you on notice that this will have an effect at some point on the market. Nothing that's going to be a huge jolt to the economy or market itself regarding real estate, but it's something you should be aware of. And if you are thinking of buying, let's get you in a home sooner rather than later so you take advantage of those rates. And before I end this week's episode, I have one big shout out and thank you. I want to shout out Lydia Tuttle, who is a local Wallingford artist. She helped me form and create this idea that I had about creating a Wallingford silhouette and making shirts for him too. So I sent her some photos, she drew up the design, and boom, here we are, the WallyWorld T-shirt, downtown Wallingford. For any local people that are from town, maybe you come to town often and you just love the area, feel free to contact me for a shirt. I have all different types of colors and sizes. They are $15 a shirt. Rep your hometown, and you can contact me for one today. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Real Estate with Wes. I will see you next weekend on episode 19. Have a wonderful week.